Everybody sing. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright,
sunshiny day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bright,
bright, sunshiny day. Oh, yes, I can make it now. The pain is gone.
All of those bad feelings,
all of those bad feelings have disappeared.
Do you see a rainbow?
Here is the rainbow I've been praying for.
Oh, it's gonna be a bright,
bright, sunshiny day.
Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead,
there's nothing but blue
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Oh, it's gonna be a bright,
sunshiny day.
Look all around you, there's nothing but blue skies. That's about a state of mind. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see those obstacles.
I can see all obstacles in my way.
Here is the rainbow.
Here is the rainbow I've been praying for.
Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright,
sunshiny day.
It's gonna be a bright,
sunshiny day.
A real bright,
sunshiny day.
A real bright,
sunshiny day.
Oh, it's gonna be a bright,
sunshiny day.
It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
Good morning, friends. How is everyone today? Yeah? Oh, come on. A little more. There we go. I hope everybody out in YouTube and Facebook is also doing well. Real quick before we get started on the actual announcements, Brenda does have an announcement to add on.
You can stay up here. Yeah. Okay. Just to let everybody know, so you're aware, this week we are going to get rid of some of the trees that we have out on that side of the building. So The bushes by the bookstore will be gone. There's a great big huge pine tree. Some of them are because they're too close together, so they've got nowhere to grow. And also because we've had some safety issues with homeless people camping out. So we want to make sure that everyone's safe. And so we are going to be taking down some of those trees. So I just wanted to make you aware so that the next time you come to the building, you're like, oh my God, where'd the trees go? We're just doing a little cleaning up and just making the campus safe for everyone, okay? All right.
All right, so back to it. We are still in need of cafe volunteers. Again, whether it is part-time, you guys just come on call if we need somebody, or if you want to do once a month, or more or less. Anything would be of great assistance. And then we do have Qigong today after service at noon in the history room, which is just around the corner here. We are doing a Unity Community Family Paint Day. So we are inviting everyone to come and paint ceiling tiles that will be hung around and throughout the church where we actually do have the ceiling tiles. My art classroom had this, and every year students would add to, and it was just a fun, beautiful way to add color and personality to a space. And we are just adding more and more energy to our wonderful, beautiful building. And we are doing Circulation Day on September 16th from 9 to 3. We are looking for volunteers, and I'm sure there will be a sign up in the email blast coming up, so keep an eye on your email. That is a day everybody, you can come bring things that you are needing to push out of your life, and someone else can come. And, one person's not trash is someone else's treasure. We are starting our Christmas choir rehearsals on September 30th, Saturdays at 11:30. And Demora is our point person. Miss Demora, if you want to join our Christmas choir. And our meditation group meets every Sunday from 9 to 10. All are welcome. You can either come to the building, and I believe it's held upstairs. And if you can't come and just would still like to join, there is a Zoom link. And Reverend Brenda will lead us into meditation.
Okay, everyone, please go ahead and get comfortable wherever you are seated. And for those of you at home, get comfortable on your floor or on your couch or your favorite chair. And let's all just rest into that and close your eyes or lower your gaze. As we rest into this moment, feeling our bodies just relax. Feeling the chair support us. Feeling Mother Earth support us. And knowing that our divine always supports us. We get into that space of peace, of beauty. And if our minds start racing, we gently say, be here now. Be here now. Be here be. Sometimes our lives are so full of experiences, of responsibilities, of wants and needs, challenges, that we can forget to be, to just be still. To be still and know that I am God. And as we remind ourselves that no matter how busy or how challenged or how stressed we might be, we can always come here to this moment. We can always connect. We can always sit beside a beautiful tree with the shade. We can always step into a cool building. We can always drink from the water of knowledge. For we know the truth of who we are, and we're reminded every time we see each other. Every time we see the divinity in someone else, we recognize it within ourselves. And so at this time, while we listen to the beautiful music, let's do just that. Recognize the divinity inside us and make that connection in the silence. And as we slowly come back to this present moment, wiggling our toes, wiggling our fingers, feeling that deep breath. We gently come back to this space, allowing our eyes to open and see the beauty all around us. And as we've made that connection with the divine inside of us, we are grateful. And again, we are grateful for knowing that this is something we can always do, for it is always with us. And so it is. Amen.
Now we're going to ask everyone to stand with us to sing the Spirit Song. And our Spirit Song is I Choose Joy, making the deliberate choice to be joyful even when we're irritated. And trust me, this takes work. To put a smile on your face even when things aren't going the way you would like them to go. Putting a smile on your face and
It's real easy.
expecting the joy.
Everybody do that? Here, I see a lot of people not participating. Everybody go like that? Put them right here and push up. Smile. When the walls come tumbling down, I choose joy. I choose joy. When the world stops spinning round, I choose joy. I choose joy. When my heart has hard to move, and when my music's lost its groove, when I have too much to prove, I choose joy. I choose joy. When fear is all I see, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
When hate won't let me be, I choose joy. I choose joy. When betrayal and lies hide the light from my eyes, I look up to the sky and I choose joy.
I choose joy.
Everybody sing joy. Joy, 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 joy. I choose joy. Everybody sing joy, 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 joy.
I choose joy.
From this moment right here, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
To be who I must be, and for the light to shine through me, for everybody to be free, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
Sing joy, joy, joy,
Joy.
joy,
Joy.
joy,
Joy.
joy,
Joy.
joy. I choose joy, joy, joy,
Joy.
sing.
Joy. Joy.
I choose joy. Now we're gonna let these ladies and gentlemen do their thing. Everybody over here, look over here. And everybody over here, look over here. And then use two hands and do this right here. Wave at somebody. Little community here. All right. Little breakout section. Everybody clap. Find the stable ground. Everybody sing. Peace and hope abound. I hear a sweeter sound. The chains have come unbound, and love is all around when I choose joy. From this moment right here, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
For the ones that I hold dear, I choose joy.
Choose joy.
To be who I must be, and for that light to shine through here, for everybody to be free, I choose joy.
I choose joy.
And everybody will be free when I choose joy. I choose
Joy.
joy.
Our daily words of inspiration is offered by Terry Danter. She is our prayer chaplain for today. Terry, right over here, she will be in the prayer chapel. You exit the sanctuary and head to the left. It'll be right there. And she will be waiting if you are in need of being held in prayer. So Terry shares the words from Stephen Richards, an author. He says, "When you connect to the silence within you, that is when you can make sense of the disturbance going on around you."
So I chose this song. We're trying to keep it upbeat and happy today, you know, but this song is near and dear to my heart, especially for what I happen to be going through right now. You know, at home, I've been pretty quiet, and Doc is like, what's going on? And I don't have much to say. So he would say I'm being very cranky, okay? But there's some inner workings going on with me, and one thing that I'm having to learn is to accept myself for who I am. Right now, not make excuses, just love who I am. Because if there's one thing you don't know, when you are hard on yourself, you are hard on others. So we need to let it go. And that's what this song is about. I let it go. I release the things I'm clinging to. I release what's holding me, and I'm falling into God's love. I let it be. There's nothing more for me to do. There's nothing more to say. I'm just falling into God's love. I feel Spirit holding me. It is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see. On the wings of love I fly. I fly. You can let it go. Just release the things you're holding to. Release what's holding you and start falling into God's love. Just let it be. There's nothing more for you to do. There's nothing more to say. Just fall into God's love. I feel Spirit holding me. It is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see. On the wings of love I
I rise on a power that I can't see. On the wings of love I fly. I rise on a power that I can't see.
I don't
That was good, right? Yes, let's give him another. Okay, welcome. I am Reverend Brenda Peters. If this is your first time with us, thank you for being with us. We're not your normal. And so we go into my talk. What is normal? It's a setting on the dryer. She took my joke. Right? And that's the only joke I have this morning. So congratulations, you get a gold star. Okay, we are going to be talking about social norms. Right? Yeah, right. Social norms and unity. So what are social norms? Social norms are accepted and expected behavior from people within a group, within a social group. So such as a church, such as school, such as at a concert, at a movie, wherever people gather, we have social norms. So some of them, examples that this slide gives is greeting people when you see them, saying thank you for favors, holding the door open for others, standing up when someone else enters the room. Okay, sorry. And I'm going to get there. Offering to help someone carrying something heavy. Okay, so those are just a couple of social norms. Sometimes, and social norms are also to help us get comfortable, to be comfortable in situations. So when you go to a movie, you know that everybody's going to walk in and sit down and then supposedly be quiet, because that's our social norm, right? You be quiet during a movie. And then watch the movie, and everybody will get up and leave, and that'll be it. So sometimes, though, there are people who upset the social norm and come into a movie loud and then when they watch the movie, then they're, you go, right? And when the villain, oh, killer, who knows what they're going to say. And that kind of makes people uncomfortable, right? Because you're not expecting that behavior. There's a behavior that's expected and accepted when you go to a movie. So when you're not expecting that, it's like who said that? That's not what you're supposed to do type of deal, right? So my challenge to all of you, or my invitation to all of you, is to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. Become comfortable with the uncomfortable. I know it's a tall order, but we'll get there. So this is part from goodtherapy.org. When I was researching some things I wanted to bring into it, it says, all societies have social norms, and these norms can be positive, negative, or neutral. Often these norms are viewed as moral prescriptions, even when they have no moral content. Chewing with one's mouth closed is a strong social norm in many cultures. But few people could give a good reason for its existence other than that's just what you're supposed to do. How many times have we heard that's just what you're supposed to do? Right? There were some other examples that they gave, I watched this cute little video that I figured out after the 5th time watching it that was for kids. Like, wait a minute, what? Because it had this little guy, my name's Norm, social norms. And I'm like, wait, what am I watching? And for what age group? Anyway, so it was fun. I watched it 5 times. And that he has my inner child really like, oh, I like Norm. And so Norm was saying that, do you remember the word groovy? Yeah. So it was a social norm to say, and for those of you who don't know what the word groovy means, it means great, cool, wonderful, good. So at one time, it was a social norm to say, hey, that's groovy, man, right? And now you might not, you probably will get a couple of looks, especially from 20 and under. Like, what? What do you, groovy? And you know, they all have their own specific language also. One's yeet. Right, exactly. And I'm not going to describe, because I've tried to, what is yeet? And I've tried to go into it, and my son just said, just forget it, Mom. Okay. So each culture, or each rather generation, has their own specific words that they use. And at one time it's cool and it's okay to say it, but then we grow into a social norm where we've left that behind. Now, the word cool has stayed around, interesting enough. So some stay, some go. So you can change a social norm. They can be changed. Now, there are others that are, you know, shouldn't be changed, maybe. Like, well, not maybe, but for sure. When hurting someone or ourselves, maybe. You know, if it hurts someone, then yes, that's a social norm that probably should stay in place. Another one, and it's different for every culture too. So another culture, I found this out in, I don't know, middle school, that it was cool in another culture to burp after a good meal. So I thought I would try this at home. So my mom makes a meal, and then I just let out this burp afterwards. My mom, oh, Brenda, that is horrible. That is not ladylike. You should not do that. And I'm like, okay, but in India, it means it's a good meal. So I'm trying to say you did a good meal, Mom. And she's like, no, that doesn't fly here. And I'm like, okay, all right. So we learn social norms as we grow up also, don't we? Because I don't know a lot of people who burp after a meal. And everybody thinks that's cool. So what and how do we get comfortable with the uncomfortable? And some of these social norms, as you'll see, it's also different for different rules that we play. And I'll get into that in a minute also. But try to start to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And what does this have to do with God? I heard that this morning, like, what does this have to do with God? And I'm like, everything. Everything has to do with God. Because why? God is everywhere around us all the time, and everything and everyone in every place, right? So this does have to do with God, but it also has to do with our human selves and our spiritual selves. Because sometimes we get so wrapped up in our human side and wanting things to be right and perfect, and I need to be comfortable, that we lose touch of that spiritual side that says we're one. And it's okay that you wear your shirt backwards today. And it's okay that you dance in service. And it's okay that you don't want to have your picture taken. There are tons of different social norms, and it has to do with our spiritual side. When we get into God, when we get into that presence of divinity inside of us, we can accept others as they can accept us, even if we're uncomfortable with their behavior, even if we don't like their behavior. Because if we dig into it, we are one. And they have that divinity. They might have stepped away from that divinity for a minute. So we think, that's how we look at it. But maybe they're going on their own path. How many people do you think, way back in Jesus' time, would say, yeah, Jesus has got it going on? Because, he came and said, look, your laws, they suck. And you should not do that. And you should do this. And you should do the other thing. And a lot of uncomfortable stuff, right? I mean, he was with prostitutes, y'all. And people who were sick. And the social norm was, no. Right? It still kind of is to this day. But Jesus got into that part of him as he grew spiritually, as he connected with the divine, as he became his Christ self. He got connected and said, no, I see them. I feel them. I am them. And he loved them anyway. And he became comfortable with the uncomfortable. There's another part I want to read in here. Some social norms can become problematic when they encourage behavior that is damaging to certain groups. Racism and sexism have both been social norms at various times. It was once a social norm that women did not work. Social norms now suggest anyone who is interested in obtaining work and able to do so should have the option to do so. However, other racist and sexist behaviors still remain social norms in some locations within some groups. Expected gender roles can also be problematic when people fall outside the societal expectation of their gender or do not belong to the gender binary and are treated negatively for the perceived lack of conformity. So see how it hasn't been too long that society has said it's okay for women to be ministers. And I can still tell you to this day, when I walk up to somebody and they say, what do you do? And I say, oh God, at first I just breathe. Here we go. I'm going to lay it on you. Are you ready? Sometimes I say that. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I'm a minister. What? And I don't know if it's because of my sex or if it's because they think I'm 30, age. Either one, they're not comfortable with the fact that I'm a minister. And then they want to know why and how and what. And then I get the litany of questions. And then when I tell them, then they're like, whoa. Because I don't mix words. I say, we believe in original blessing. We don't believe in original sin. Whoa. I love you anyway. Do you love me still? Are you okay being my friend? I did that yesterday with some groups of friends, and it got quiet in the car. And I'm okay with that. Because I have learned how to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Now, not every day, so don't come up to me and say, hey, Brenda, today you're not being comfortable. Because I will go, you're right, I've had 4 hours of sleep. So here's the thing, that it is a daily process. It's a daily thing. And so be comfortable and give yourself grace and be okay with the process, because you'll get there. So now unity, we also have our little social norms, like don't dance. Because I think we're all used to traditional faiths that we've come from in the past, where they've said, just sit in the pews, please. Don't talk, don't dance, just sit here. Well, we at Unity want you to get up and dance and sing, and there are sometimes people that come here that talk to me during service. I'm okay with that, y'all. This does not have to be a one-way conversation. This can be a two-way. And so getting out of that, like, oh, this is what I'm always supposed to do. Or how about this? And this is how this whole talk started. Elisa was going to do the platforming one day, and she's like, I got up and I said, oh, I think I'll wear jeans. And then she's like, oh no, I'm platforming. I'm doing the announcement, so I have to wear a dress. what? and she's like, yeah, I know, I got in. I don't know why. Well, because it's a social norm that when you get up here, you're supposed to be, dressed to the nines. And you've seen me in various dresses and various outfits because I want you to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And there have been a lot of other ministers that started this trend of wearing jeans. And how many times have you heard, oh my God, they wear jeans? Does that change the message at all? Does that change me as a person? If I got up here in all leather, would you guys still love me? Yes. Right? It doesn't change anything about what I'm saying to you. But it's about you being comfortable. So take a look at that. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because social norms often do not have specific reasoning behind them, they can be more difficult to change than expected rules such as laws. People often continue to do the things the way they have done them rather than respond to the new information or ideas in a changing society, which have had a significant impact on those who do not conform to the prescribed social norms. We can change social norms. We can change what we do here at Unity. It can be fluid. We can say, do we feel comfortable as a community dancing or doing a line? That was so much fun, that one service when we all got in a line and danced around the whole sanctuary. That's what we can change. But it takes us being comfortable with the uncomfortable. So this week, I invite you, I challenge you, I don't know, I give you homework, take what you like and leave the rest. But to look at when you are in a situation and you feel that uncomfortableness, what's making me uncomfortable and why? Is it because this person claims now that they are they, them, those, and I don't know how to address them? Because all I've known since I was 2 was he and she. And why does that make me uncomfortable? Because in the end, they are still one with us. They have their own divinity. They are on their own path. So that doesn't make them any less, and it doesn't make them any more. More, less. So I challenge you to look out around you this week, wherever you're at. If you go to a movie, I dare you to run down the aisle going, yeah, I'm at this movie. And just see what people do. And then they'll say, where do you go to church? And no. Yeah. Don't say, Reverend Brenda told me to do it. No. Get comfortable in the uncomfortable and be the best person you can be today. That's all. And be kind to each other because we're all doing this and we're all trying our best. And it's not great every day, but it's okay if we do it together. Namaste. Okay, and so if you choose to support Unity of Omaha, you can do it through your gifts via text 402-543-5339, or you can go to our website, unityofomaha.org, and click on that donate button. And as always, we do accept the mail. And for those of you here today, as you see, I've switched it up to make you uncomfortable. So get comfortable with this. And when you place your love offering, please make sure you take an affirmation for the day because this is the universe talking to you. And today mine says, I already have the experience and understanding I require to perform my absolute best. All right. So please say with me the prosperity affirmation. The spiritual ethers are filled with plenty. I am prosperous.
Woo! It's a great day. It's a really good day. All right, everybody. Get up!
Na 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 na
Hey!
na 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 yeah.
Oh!
Na 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 yeah.
Woke up and I rolled out of bed. Got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, I'm looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
I know this will be the day.
Oh, yeah.
Everything will be okay.
Oh, yeah.
I kiss my cares all away.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day.
Good day.
Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way.
Go my way.
Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good, good day.
Na 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 na.
Oh yeah.
Na 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 yeah.
Oh yeah.
Na 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 na
Oh yeah.
na 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 yeah.
No more crying myself to sleep.
No.
And thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I'll move my feet, 'cause I hear music playing on these streets.
Oh yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna cry
Oh,
today.
yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna die
Oh,
today.
yeah.
I kiss my cares all away.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day.
Good day.
Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way.
Go my way.
Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna trace all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day.
Na 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 na.
Oh yeah.
Na na na.
It's gonna be a good day.
Na 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 na.
Oh yeah.
Na 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 na
Oh
yeah.
yeah. No more crying myself to sleep.
Oh.
And thinking better days are a far off dream.
Oh.
Get up and I move my feet, 'cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good day.
Good, good
day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way.
Go my way.
Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good, good day.
Na 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 na.
Oh yeah.
Na na
Na na na na na.
na.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good day. Oh yeah. Be a good day. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good day.
Okay, would everybody please help me spread this energy, and let's do the blessings of the tithe, talents, and offerings that we have received, knowing that this energy that we have received today will go out into the ethers, into Omaha, into Nebraska, into Unity Worldwide Headquarters and Unity Worldwide Ministries, knowing that what goes out also comes back in, for it is the law of circulation. And we know that this is true, and we know that we have abundance and prosperity, for divinity is always in us, around us, and through us as us. And so it is. Amen. All right, and join me, please, for the universal greeting of peace. And if you do need to be held in prayer, again, Terry will be at the prayer chapel right by the history room. Okay. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your needs. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the higher source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and love. Yay! Go out and be uncomfortable.